You may be familiar with the tech stats, but you may not know that although women make up 52% of the world's population, they make up 18% of the Congress in the US. And that number has remained virtually unchanged in the last 20 years.
Right.
That's 90th in the world
Yeah.
in female representation, behind countries like Angola, Serbia, Iraq, Vietnam, and Bangladesh. At the current rate, it will take 500 years to reach full representative parity in the US Congress. The World Economic Forum recently released its 2013 Global Gender Gap Report, where the US ranks 23rd in the world on gender parity based on political, economic, education, and health-based metrics. And sadly, the US ranking has dropped 6 places since 2011. And in the area of political empowerment, which is the topic of this panel, the US ranks 60th out of 135 countries. But this isn't just about the US, this is also a global issue. So I want to step back and give the global perspective that in the survey, there was no country out of the 135 in the study where women were assessed to have gender parity with men across the 4 dimensions of economic opportunity, educational attainment, health and survival, and political empowerment. And the largest gender gap by far across all countries was in political empowerment.
Yeah.
So that is the topic of this panel. So the panel is designed to talk about that gap and that disparity between the significant presence of women as citizens and as customers of government,
Right.
and their vast underrepresentation in leadership and decision making. We'll talk about both the US and the international context, and we'll talk about technology and the opportunities that technology affords and the barriers that it may create to further empowering women in politics and civic life.